Hey planner friends! Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be planning from the 15th to the 21st of August in my medium passion planner. Let's get started! So the kit that I'm using this week is Gamer from Plannerface. I do PR for Plannerface, so you can use my code in the description to save yourselves a little bit of money and also mention me for a freebie. After all the beachy fun that I had with my planner last week, this week is kind of just back to my normal style of planning, so I'm just using a mini kit, and because I was pretty sure that this would be quite a chill week, I've decided to use this Gamer kit because I figured I'd be playing a lot of Sims. As always, I've started off my pen base by shading in the parts of the timelines where I'm going to be asleep, and then going in with my Grey Stabilo fine liner to mark in my alarm times, split my personal and work to do sections in half to give myself extra checklist space, and also create my 5-day habit tracker for things I have to do at work every single day. Next, I'm going in with my passion highlighter to mark in my work hours, and also split 2 of my daily focus boxes in half because I had 2 half days from work this week. So instead of highlighting over the whole daily focus box, I'm only going to be colouring in half of it, and I do find it easier to just colour in half of the daily focus box when I've already drawn a line in using the fine liner side of my passion marker. As you can see now, I'm filling in all of my meals for the week, as usual using my Pilot Friction pen, and then I'm going to highlight over all of those meals using the chisel tip side of my passion highlighter, and also highlight over the check boxes in the bottom left hand corner and colour in the daily focus boxes of the days or half days where I'm not going to be at work. I know these 2 half days probably seem really weird, but on the Thursday I work from home, and then on Wednesday and Friday my boyfriend is away at a festival, so I needed to take a half day so that I could look after Reggie because he is not up for being left on his own for 10 hours at the moment. He also likes a lion, so I think if I tried to take him for a walk before I went to work, he would be really not impressed about that. It was a bit weird having a half day in the middle of the week, then doing a full day and then having another half day, but I did actually enjoy not having so many full days in the office because this week was my first week back after annual leave last week, so it was kind of like a little bit of a bump back to reality on Monday. I didn't realise how long it took me to colour in those half boxes, but anyway, now let's get into some stickers. So as always, I'm starting off with my meal plan tracker, which is just something that I made in Excel and print off on sticker paper myself. And then I'm adding the squared off half box with some deco from the kit into the weekly focus box to mark my weekly focus, and then adding my daily check-in habit tracker and a decorative box to the sidebar over the quote section. I trimmed the decorative box for the sidebar down to 4.3 centimeters tall, and I think I must have cut it wonky this week because I could not get this thing straight for the life of me, and it's just ended up being placed slightly over the habit tracker because I couldn't deal with it. Moving on to my washi headers, I've cut one of the 15mm strips from the kit in half so that I can cover my Space of Infinite Possibility header and my personal and work to-do list headers, and then I've cut a 6mm chunk from the second piece of washi to create my extra gratitude header in the bottom left hand corner. And then we can add in the weekend banner. It takes me a few tries to get it straight this week, and then we can move on to my plans. So zooming in and starting on Monday, the first thing that I'm marking in using a regular event label and a skinny event label from the kit was that I assumed that this day I would be duty scientist because it was my only full day in the office, despite it being my first day back, and I was right, so I'm marking that in with the joy of planning scientist girl. On Tuesday, it was mine and my boyfriend's 8-year anniversary, so I'm marking that in the daily focus box with a long flag and some deco from the kit. And then I possibly was going to have a doctor's appointment this day, so I've cut up one of the checklist boxes to use as like little things, and I'm using some deco and a doctor's script from Plannerface to mark that in. I've then used a Pinky Stickers printable and a Plannerface leg day script to mark in my first weight session of the week. And then moving on to Wednesday, I'm using a third box with the book doodle from the kit to mark in that I was planning on setting up my September monthly this afternoon. For Wednesday evening, I'm just adding in my yoga class, and then we can move on to the second half of the week. So starting on Thursday, I'm adding a glitter header into the daily focus box to mark in that I was working from home. I did consider adding a glitter header into Tuesday, but then I realised that I wanted to put a decorative box there, so I didn't end up marking that I was working from home on Tuesday. But I also don't have any work from home scripts at the moment, so I'll be adding those in when I've bought more. Next on Thursday, I'm using another Pinky Stickers printable and a Plannerface pull day script to mark in my second weight session of the week, and then a bin doodle from a multicolour doodle sheet also from Plannerface to mark in a reminder to take the bins out. At the bottom of Thursday, I've used a skinny event label and the balloon doodle from the kit to mark in that it was my cousin's birthday. And then we can move on to Friday, where I'm first using a third box and the laptop doodle from the kit to mark in that we had a work meeting in the morning. Which thankfully didn't drag on too long because I was slightly worried that it was going to take up the majority of my half day. For the rest of Friday, I'm just adding in my Pinky Stickers printable to mark in a cardio session, and then we can move on to my usual planning setup on Saturday morning. So I'm using a third box with some deco from the kit and an edit script from Plannerface to mark in editing and recording this voiceover, and then I'm using a flag with the planner doodle from the kit and a planning script to mark in my actual plans. Next on Saturday, I've grabbed a leftover box from a monthly kit and I'm using that to mark in my weightlifting session because this is an older style of mini kit from Plannerface, so it doesn't have any of the kind of sized boxes that I've been using for my weightlifting class so far. So it's really good to know that the kind of stash of half boxes that I have left over from monthly kits that are this size are going to be perfect for my weightlifting class for any older style kits. As usual, my little weightlifting girl is from Joy of Planning. So just jumping back to Friday quickly, I forgot to mark in that this was payday, so I've cut up another bit of a checklist box from the kit and added in some deco and a payday script from Plannerface. I've then moved back to Saturday and I'm using a half box with some deco from the kit to mark in whatever I get up to on Saturday evening. Moving on to Sunday, I'm first using one of the 3 heart checklist boxes from the kit with the vacuum doodle to mark in my usual chunk of cleaning time on Sunday morning, and then I'm using a regular event label with the grocery doodle from the kit to mark in at doing the grocery shopping, and there's no click and collect spots left for tomorrow, so I actually have to go into the shop. Moving on to Sunday afternoon, I'm marking uploading this video using a piece of the Monday to Sunday box that I've cut up with a YouTube button icon from Ickle & Co and an upload script from Plannerface, and then I'm marking in my final weight session of the week using another Pinky Stickers printable and a push day script also from Plannerface. To finish off Sunday, I'm marking in one of my best friend's birthdays, again using a skinny event label, but this time a birthday present doodle from Plannerface. So now, as always, I'm going to go back in and add in some decorative boxes into the space when I'm at work because I don't like putting too much work stuff in this planner. I also decided to add a decorative box onto Friday afternoon because I knew that I wasn't really going to be doing much with that time, as I don't mark in all of my walks with Reggie, and also I was probably just going to be playing Sims. I decided to swap the box that I'd originally put in on Thursday and the one that I was going to put in on Friday around, just because the one that I was originally going to put on Friday had the same bit of deco that the payday that I put above it had, and I couldn't be bothered to move the deco. So lastly, I'm just going to add in all of my checklists for the top 2 or 3 things that I got done at work each day, and because this is an older style of Plannerface kit, it did have the checklists, so I didn't have to go rooting through my stash for ones that matched. So that is pretty much it for all of my stickers. Now I can go back in and fill in all of my plans as usual using my Pilot Friction pen. So as I'm sure you can probably guess, this week wasn't quite as fun as last week. It definitely wasn't as interesting because it was pretty much just a normal week. The main thing that made this week slightly unusual was that my boyfriend was at a festival, so it's just been me and Reggie for the last half. The fact that I had these extra half days this week was actually super helpful because I got on top of all of the laundry from being away, and I just did some house chores that I've been meaning to do for a while that just keep getting pushed back and back. So yeah, it's been really good to have like a catch-up week that wasn't just super exhausting because I was back at work full time. This is also the first time that I've really noticed that because my new team is structured differently to the team that I was in previously, when I have an entire week off, my work just doesn't sit building up while I'm not there, because we all kind of work from the same pot. It means that I didn't come back to a massive pile of work to catch up on. I mean, there's still all of my like projects and stuff that are just me doing them, but there wasn't a massive pile of just like general service work that was left for me until I got back. Outside of work this week, as I mentioned, I've mostly been just catching up on house chores, but I've also just been playing loads of Sims and kind of taking it easy because we did do a lot of extra activities last week that can sometimes absolutely knacker me like a couple days after they've happened. But I did do some really good gym sessions this week. I had a bit of a rest week last week, although we did do a lot of steps every day. But this week I've got back to my normal program, which I'm thinking about kind of mixing up in September because I have been doing the same like training program for months at this point, and it's always good to like mix mix it up a little bit. But now, because my old PT has left, I am having to like design my programs myself, and I think I've got a good enough base of knowledge to be able to kind of pull something together from my old programs and kind of what I've learned over the years. But it's just weird that I can't just be like, hey, please make me a new program, I want to do something different. But who knows, I might break out the old Passion Planner daily to do my fitness planner again. So my weekly focus for this week was basically just that my boyfriend was going to be at a festival, because that was going to kind of decide the main things for this week, so I didn't really have a focus other than kind of resting and relaxing. But that is it for all of my pre-planning. Let's take a look at the finished spread. So here's the spread all filled out, and this might not be the most summery kit that I've ever used in August, but I think it perfectly fits the theme of this week, and I'm really happy with how this one turned out. Because it was a bit of a slow week, I've added in an extra decorative box from the kit into my reflection section because I didn't take that many photos.
Good boy.
So that's everything for this video, friends. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed it, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye!